Trying to pick the best BMW is a lot like picking the best Beatles album. There are a lot of good ones, some bad ones, and just a lot of them in general. Even though it is not the fastest or the nicest BMW ever, today we are going to lay out the case for why the 1M is the GOAT.
Greatest of all time.
Oh, and the correct answer to the Beatles question was Sgt. Pepper. Today we're laying out the case for the parts bin car that many enthusiasts consider to be the greatest BMW of all time, the 1 Series M. By the way, if you are being distracted by the footage, the guy driving is Eric from the YouTube channel RevMatch TV, tearing up the track in his 1M. There will be a link to his channel at the end of the video and down below. The BMW 1M is a tossable little rear-wheel drive coupe that is based on their now extinct entry-level compact 1 Series. The 1M was the first parts bin M car from BMW, meaning that it does not have a lot of components that are only used on that car, or it is made from parts from other cars. Good thing BMW's parts bin is a badass parts bin. Now for the basics. The 1 Series M weighs 3,340 pounds and makes 335 horsepower and 370 pound-feet of torque with its turbocharged 3-liter straight six. The 1M only puts that power to the rear wheels and only through a 6-speed manual. No cheater paddles here. The 1M also has a short wheelbase of only 104 inches, which only adds to its charm. For some ludicrous reason, BMW only made 2,700 of these little pocket rockets back in 2011. When they were released, they had a starting price of $47,000, but they were said to have went for as much as $20,000 over sticker in certain instances. Even now in 2011, the average used price for one of these gems is $55,000. So the market at least agrees that this cobbled together M car is pretty special. But does that really make it the best BMW of all time? Let's see what else makes the 1 Series M a contender for the GOAT. Number 1, people missed the M3. I know what you're thinking, but they made the M3 at the same time that they were making the 1 Series M and after. But the M3 of the mid to late 2000s is a bloated, bangled version of its former self, almost as heavy and large as earlier M5s. If there is one thing that 99 out of 100 car enthusiasts can agree on, it's that lighter is better. You can keep adding horsepower and torque to a car as it gets heavier in order to make it fast, but you can never really mimic the feel of a lighter weight car. Just ask anyone who owns a Miata or BRZ. Suspension, tires, the stiffness of the chassis, and yada 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 can help a bit. The same also goes for having a shorter wheelbase like the one found on the 1 Series M. But those things help what's called the turn-in, or how fast your car responds to steering inputs. People like to use words like nimble and sporty to describe this sensation. As our friend Eric at RevMatch TV said, the 1M is basically a drift car from the factory. Another thing that makes the 1M truly great is its mix of modern tech and comfort, with good, very raw driving characteristics. What do we mean by raw driving characteristics? As I mentioned before, Eric described his 1M as a drift car from the factory. That means that you can induce and maintain oversteer fairly easily in this little beast. Oversteer is the thing you see cars doing pretty much any time they slow down the footage for intro scenes in your favorite car shows. It is getting your back end to kick out when you are going around a corner. It is pretty fun when you're expecting and trying to make it happen, but can lead to bad trouser experiences or worse if you don't know it's coming. That is why most modern cars, even most rear-wheel drive performance machines these days, have the understeer dialed way up in their suspension setups and the traction/stability control systems to make oversteer very difficult to induce. I get why, as a manufacturer, understeer is good in most cases, but I also get why oversteer is just the best. And if you think oversteer is the best, and you have 50 grand or so burning a hole in your pocket like so many smoking rear tires, then the 1 Series M may be for you. But it is not just the ability to get loose that makes the 1M a serious contender for the greatest BMW of all time. It is the whole package. It doesn't have too much power, it isn't too big or aggressively styled. It is one of those few cars that can be daily driven and actually be enjoyable on the track, as cliche as that may sound. It gives you a very pure driving experience that is hard to match in these modern times. You may have noticed that we did not really mention any other good BMWs in this video, which would have been helpful because this is a comparison type video after all, but we are planning on doing a top 7 enthusiast BMWs video and didn't want to give away too much of our list. So if not the 1M, then which BMW do you think is the GOAT? Let us know in the comments and hit that subscribe. It's free and you could even win free stuff like t-shirts, stickers, and even an embroidered leather jacket.